Hi, I'm Gary Sundin, or more commonly known as Gazza, from Team Big Fish, and I'm responsible for putting this trip together to bring all these people over to do this amazing trip called the Kokoda Walk. Here we are on our final approach into Kokoda for this unbelievable 96k trek from Kokoda to Oa's Corner. How good is this? Go Team Big Fish!
96 kilometers of track, and when that plane touches down, you realize you've just done the easiest bit. Now I'm an American who's lived in Australia for 13 years, and I found myself getting off the flight, stepping into Kokoda, realizing that I was about to experience some of Australia's greatest history. But then you meet the porters, and you also realize that you're on an adventure yourself, and you're going to experience Kokoda as it exists today.
We're here at last, we're here, yes, bring it on. We started looking at this trip 14 months ago. I've always wanted to do it because I wanted to come in memory of, not in memory of my father, but my father finished his service here in World War II, up here flying the biscuit bombers along the Kokoda track, and did an unbelievable job. He's told me all about it, and ever since he's told me, it's a place I've always wanted to come and see.
We were all geared up and ready to go. The plane was making its departure, and we had just enough time to catch up with Jack and to experience some priceless moments with some of the locals.
Yeah, that's right there. We got the best crew here available for you guys to look after all the trekkers up the hill, especially on the Kokoda track. It's very muddy at the moment because you can see there's rain coming down on the hills there.
Don't take her out and do beetle nut. Oh, it's so disgusting.
Thanks for that.
Next, Gaz.
Okay, here we go. First beetle nut. Don't do it. Well, I'm feeling better than ever now after that beetle nut. I don't know what it's done to me, but I'm ready to walk anyway. I might run.
All right, well, we're here at Kokoda Airfield. We've landed, and now we're going to trek over to the village and have a look around at the historic sites over there quickly, and then we're hitting the trail. We're off on the track to Dunedin. That's about a 3-hour walk, and that's where we're going to camp for the night. Underway.
Let's go. 3.
Woo! We're on our way.
That's not to say that they didn't think the Pacific War was important, but they gave it far higher priority. All right, so the Japanese have moved very, very quickly, and until this point, the Australians thought, well, we can't stop them until they actually get to Australia. All right, so the 7th Division were brought back to Australia, and they were going to be the front line of this imminent Japanese invasion. But what the Australian High Command thought was, we'll send up a couple of militia units, just to sort of bruise them up a bit, you know, slow their progress. By the time they get here, we'll be ready for them.
The museum at Kokoda really plays an important part of the trek. It sets the scene for what's going to happen over the next 8 days. You also have a chance to go outside just before you go to look at some of the memorials and read the plaques and just absorb it in, and then really take one final look over the valley of Kokoda and to head on.
How you feeling?
Sunday, Monday.
We talked to Peter from No Roads and asked were there special projects they had happening, and he said the schools didn't have much equipment, so he asked us if we could get some equipment. So we actually, I'm a teacher and I went to the last school I'd been at, so I asked them if they could help us with the gear, and they sent an email out to schools in the whole of New South Wales, and lots of schools donated. We ended up with 42 big boxes, and we're sharing them out between the schools.
Oh, look, it's just wonderful to see the kids' faces, and just to think that we're doing something to help them only in a small way, but we've now, what we've seen and what little they've got, it's inspired us to carry on, and with Kerry's help, we're going to go back. No Roads are going to help us as well, and we're going to continue to support them and get them some more gear over. So, yeah, it's great to see them.
So far the track's been pretty good to us. Looks like there's a bit of maybe rain coming in, so we'll wait and see what happens shortly.
How good is this? We came here for rain, we came here for mud. What have we got? We got rain, we got mud. Your beauty, bring it on.
Oh, what a nice afternoon for a walk.
Just started to rain.
Glorious.
Put the raincoats on, it's all good.
So we've had a bit of a problem. As you can see, it's been raining fairly heavily upstream. So now the problem is, how do we actually physically cross this one and keep going? The boys are loving it. Nothing like a good challenge. Mate, even in my rafting days, I wouldn't do that. Come on, Coxie!
We found out later that the flood was caused from a buildup of debris upstream that had obviously given way, causing all the water to flood that creek, and it happened over a matter of minutes. The beauty of it was watching the porters work together to simply find a way around the problem. And going on into the trip, they continued to follow the same philosophy of adapting, overcoming, keeping people moving. And at the end of the trip, you have a great respect for their ingenuity and their ability to keep people moving and keep everything happening safely.
Interesting, to say the least.
Today it was pretty exciting actually. We got to have a bit of the true jungle experience, I think, when we trudged into Hoy, and turned out that the little creek there, was usually a little tiny creek, was flooded, so we had a bit of excitement crossing the creek on a log and a rope, and then we trekked up, slopping through the mud up to Dunedin here tonight, ready for our first camp on the Kokoda track. It's all very exciting and looking forward to the coming days. Should be awesome.